Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Chinaza here again, and I am here to bring you information for your scholarship applications because I know some people here are applying for scholarships. Some people already applied, some people are waiting for decisions, some people are waiting to even apply, and some people are waiting for their programs to open. But I'm here to give you some information and tips that you should bear in mind while waiting, okay? Because there are a lot of things. I've got a lot of questions that people ask me, and instead of answering one after the other, I just want to make this video so that it can reach to anybody or all of you that are making these applications. Okay, please, if this is your first time on this channel, I encourage you to like, subscribe, and also share with your friends. You can check out what we've done on this video. You can see what we have been doing. There is home section, go to videos. There is live, there is shorts. So you can see all those sections on your screen. So check all of them. Okay, I know you don't check, you just go to home, check videos, check shorts, check live. We have a lot of things under these sections on your YouTube. Okay? So I know that some people want to apply for scholarship this year. Erasmus, that scholarship, Commonwealth, Chevening, these scholarships are ongoing every year. And for Commonwealth, shared Commonwealth, and then let's say Chevening, all of them have closed for the year. And this year we'll be waiting for them to open again, okay? But then when it comes to Erasmus Mundus Joint Master Scholarship, there are some programs that have closed. There are some that the application windows are still yet to open, and there are some that are just opening soon. Let's say if you have like an application that is really like 2 3 days before deadline, like just give up. That's my advice, because unless you have your referee that are ready and you know how to figure out your essays, okay? So one thing I want to mention here is that the deadlines are approaching. Please package your essays, package your applications properly before you make your applications, before you submit. Why I'm saying this is give some time to making your applications. Why I'm saying this is because some people have few days to submission and they rush, and at the end of the day they don't even fill their forms correctly, they make mistakes, they don't have time to cross check whatever they have written. So giving time and giving that big time for your applications before you submit will be better for you, okay? So when it comes to the Erasmus Mundus Joint Master Scholarship, there is something I want you to bear in mind. In case you're making applications and your deadline is not yet here, there are sometimes two deadlines. One is for people who are applying who wants to be considered for the Erasmus Mundus Joint Master Scholarship. The other one is for people who don't care whether they consider you for the Erasmus Mundus Joint Master Scholarship or not. You can self-fund yourself. So for these people, they can stick to the later deadline for the program application. But for any program you're applying for, please go back and check. Check if the deadline is, check if you know about the deadline for those who wants to be considered for the Erasmus Mundus Joint Master Scholarship, because it's very important for any program you are applying to. Let's take, for example, there are some programs that ended 5th of, they indicated 15th January. What's that program? Is it Erasmus Mundus Masters in Law and Economics, something like that? They specify that 15th January if you want to be considered for the Erasmus Mundus Joint Master Scholarship. So the other ones you can always apply later. It's not that they've closed. The application may still be open, but then you may not be considered for the Erasmus Mundus Joint Master Scholarship, which is what we want you to get. I really want you to get that. And when you get that, please let us know on this channel. Okay, so I want to use this as an example. You can see this very program, Joint Masters in electronics engineering, it says that admission under the black part, you can see admission period still open for self-financed students. So here you can see that they mentioned the admission period has already been closed for students who are interested in receiving the Erasmus Mundus Joint Master Scholarship. However, self-funded students may still apply. So the deadline for the Erasmus, for those who want to be considered for the Erasmus Mundus Joint Master Scholarship, has been closed since January 15th, but then the applications are still ongoing for anybody who wants to self-fund. So bear these dates in mind, and that's just what I want to highlight here, okay? Okay, the next thing I want to mention here is your referees. When you are submitting your applications, I know this video is coming quite a little bit late, but I was really busy towards the end of last year, and all I needed to was to catch my breath and enjoy myself and have a break. So I didn't want anything to interfere with my break, but I'm sorry. But I hope this video helps you right now. And I hope you didn't make any mistake with this. So let's go back to the referees that I mentioned. In some programs, they mention that your referees should submit your applications before their referee form or letter before the deadline. Now, before the deadline that they already set for you to submit your application. You know, sometimes there are programs that want you to once you submit later, your referee can submit their referee letter by by the next 1 month, or they have a different deadline for referees. So in such programs, you don't really worry so much within the period of your own personal deadline for the for the application submission. But still the same cause that I mentioned before, the referees were, at least one referee was meant to submit before the deadline for your application to be considered. You see what I'm saying? So pay attention to this. There are some programs that are yet to be open. I will list some of them on this very channel so that you can check and know whether you are qualified for any of these programs. And if you are, please do well to start making your application. Some of them will, the deadline March. And there are some who are just getting some of the Erasmus Mundus Joint Masters programs that are just getting funded right now, and they are opening up. So please keep in touch, like keep checking the catalog if you are really interested in applying for the Erasmus Mundus Joint Masters Scholarship. So now we have talked about the referees. I want to also talk about your CV. When you're applying for your scholarship, your Erasmus Mundus Joint Masters Scholarship, they may have asked you to write your CV in a specific format. Still, I didn't make this video. I thought that I would make this video for the Europass CV, but I'll be making it and dropping it for the coming years, like for the coming Erasmus round of application, and even for those that their programs are still open. So if you know that your CV was meant to be in Europass format, please do not forget to put it in that format. It's very important, especially when it comes to applications you're submitting for the Erasmus Mundus Joint Master Scholarship, or even for just European courses and programs that you're applying for, maybe for self-funding or for any other application. So some of them specify. So please bear in mind, these are the information you have to read. Remember, I always mention that you should read the application portal properly. Without reading, you won't even find this kind of information I'm mentioning here. So you have to pay attention, read carefully, write down if you need to write down, or if you need to jot down whatever for any course you want to apply for. Just before I continue, I want to give you an advice. This is a new year. I want you to have like a journal, a document maybe on your computer, writing out the scholarships you want and the requirements, specific requirements, how many referee, deadline. These are the things you should prepare for the upcoming applications if you want to apply for the next coming application season, okay? So that will be very important for you. I did that. Believe me, I'm not just telling you without experience. I have experience of 3 years applying for scholarships, getting rejections, reapplying again. That's why in my previous video, when I welcomed you to this new year, I was talking about perseverance. It's very important when you are making such kind of applications. Okay, moving forward to the next thing I have here. If you are submitting your essays, I want you to bear in mind that you have to cross-check your essays. I mentioned this tons of times in my videos. You can use the Grammarly to check your grammar. You can use the free version, and anyhow, try to check your grammar to know whether it's very correct. Do not use AI to write your essays. It's very wrong. Please do not do that. Write based on your motivation, what you want to apply for, what inspired you, why do you even want that course, and all that. When writing your essay, one thing I want to mention here that is very important is to read the program prompt. If a program wants you to write, let's say they called it a motivational letter, they will tell you what they expect in your motivational letter. Sometimes, if you compare the prompts of two different programs, you will see that they are different, but all of them are called motivational letter. I'll be explaining this in my video when I'm talking about how to write statement of purpose or motivational letter, which I'm really planning to write that, make that video, but I will still have a special class for people who really want to learn how to write this. And it will be like a paid course so that you will learn properly how to write your statement of purpose. But in the video I will make here, I will give you everything you need to know. But if you now want more of my time, something like that, we'll have like consult, we'll meet, and then you have to take care of that service, okay? But what I'm trying to say here is that read the prompt of any motivational letter that you are thinking of writing. Read it very carefully. Those prompts are very important. I was looking at two different courses, their prompts, and I realized that the two were different. This is what I learned when I was even applying. So that's why I don't use one essay to write, to submit for another course or another course. All the schools, all the programs, even if you're applying for graduate school, for any other course that you want to do self-funding for, make sure you know what they are expecting you to write. Sometimes the name they give it may be deceiving. Maybe it's the same with one thing you applied for before, but the prompt, what they're expecting you to write in there is totally different. So a program may say, why do you want this course? And they want to understand, just like the same law and economics. It says, in the essay, they want to understand whether you understand what law and economics means. So you see, you have to give room to that explanation too, while also talking about why you want this course and why it's important for your career and why you want to, how it will help you in your career goals. Something like this, you see. So if you make sure you go back to that essay before you submit. Check that essay prompt or whatever motivational letter prompt, whatever the program says. Read it, keep it like this, and read your essay. Compare and know whether your essay is answering that questions. If it doesn't, try to edit a little bit, okay? Never exceed the okay? So the next thing I want to say about motivational letter or cover letter or whatever they have asked you to write is don't neglect the word limit. Word limits are very important. I remember two people that I coached this year, this very season. They wrote, one of them wrote like a whole 700 plus words of motivational letter. While when she finished writing and when she wanted to submit, she saw that they required only 500 words and it must be in one page. And I was like, so didn't you even read this information correctly? So this is something, this is a reminder. Go check again. Go check again. Anything you are doing this year, make sure you take it very seriously. For me, I take things very seriously. I don't even joke with any applications I want to make. So take this very seriously. Check again the word limits that you were asked to. If they say you should address that, sometimes they say motivational letter. And yet, that same program will we say that you should address it to so committee. So if you are doing something otherwise, then you're not doing what the program requires. And that's the beginning of your downfall. That's the beginning of your rejection. So make sure you do everything. In all you do, do it properly. Okay, so that you know that you've done your best and now you leave the rest to God and the hands of anybody you want to leave it in. At least like make sure you do your own part. Okay, read properly, check your word limits, check the referee deadline, check the deadline of your program and the deadline for if you want to be considered for the Erasmus Mundus Joint Master Scholarship. So I'll pause here for now and will tell you if this is your first time applying, being on this channel, please subscribe to my channel, like the video, and also share this video to anybody you know that it will benefit. Okay. Anyway, I think that's it. Proofread your essays correctly, and don't use AI to write your essay. Write according to the prompt that was required. I may explain how to write motivational letter or statement of purpose or something like that, but you must align it with what the program wants. I mean, there is a flow to statement of purpose and motivational letter. You have to show your motivation, but then you still have to pay attention to that prompt, which is why I've said it before and I'm saying it again so you don't miss it, no matter where you started watching this video from. So you pick this information because it's very, very important. Okay. The next thing is for those who have been invited for interviews. I'm hoping that if you have been invited for interview, please let us know in this very channel, like in this very video, under this video, because I'm hoping to like invite scholars who will all look into interview, like what kind of questions they asked during the interview. For Chevening, for Erasmus Mundus courses, there are different things. I think I still remember some of the questions I was asked during my my interview session for Erasmus Mundus and for Chevening. So I would also use that, leverage that to prepare you for the interview. I may just list the questions if I can't get scholars that will attend to this live session. So it may be a live session so that we just do it and get away with it. And if you have questions, we answer those questions there. So let us know if you have been invited for any interview and we'll prepare you for that. Okay. So after all this said and done, for me, when I was making my applications as a Christian, like I always say, I pray and submit my applications. That's when I sing, take over, take over. I cannot do this on my own. I can't. I really can't. I tried the first year, tried the second year, almost choke. I was getting rejections. Whenever I tell people I got more than 50 plus reject, I use 50 just to cap it, like just to give it like so that it doesn't sound weird in your ears, because if you know the number of applications I made and the number of rejections, because the more you apply, the more you get rejections and something like that. So hand it over to God, pray, and keep trusting God. I was telling somebody when she wanted to apply and submit her applications, we've done all we could do. We've tried to keep all the measures. We checked all, dotted all our T's and no, do you dot? Crossed all our T's and dotted all our I's. But one thing was sure, I will always pray and trust God. You can put it in your prayer points, keep praying, keep trusting. And when you get this, I will be so happy that you got it. So please make sure you drop your comments anywhere. Let me know, wherever, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Let us know and let me know, okay? And that is that for today. And I hope and wish that your applications come through successfully, okay? Please tell us wherever you're watching from. You're watching from any country, any part of the world, let me know. I'll be so happy to hear that. Take care of yourself and have a wonderful day, have a wonderful night, have a wonderful morning, depending on when you're watching this video. And please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and also like my video so that it can reach more people and more people can come to my channel. And this will be the gift you are giving me this new year. Yes, make that change that you'll be liking every video. Don't just watch, like, okay? Anyway, thank you very much and see you in my next video. Bye.